Hi team, I wanted to send out some information about Teams, actually, Microsoft Teams, and it looks like most of you are already on it and at least using it in part, so I hope that this will make a lot of sense to you. Some of it may be redundant for what you already know, some of it might be new to you, but let me go over a few things. I will be the first to say that this is not something that I used a great deal beforehand either. I used it only minimally, so a lot of this is things that I've learned and experimented with and tried out with some different people. So we will probably be learning all this together. In any case, in order to open up Teams, most of you probably have this icon on your desktop right now. If you don't, you can come down to the Start menu and type in Teams, open that up. If you do not have this on here, I will show you another way to do it here in just a second. So most of you will probably see something like this appear with a bar on the side. You've got a command bar at the top and some other features as well. Before we go any further, if you cannot reach this for whatever reason, you weren't able to download it or whatever the problem may be, you can also get there through Chrome. I went ahead and just got to my PSD email right away. Over here in the top left-hand corner, you have your little 3x3 array. Click on that. My Teams is right here. Yours might be in a little different location, but go ahead and open up Teams, and it should look very similar. There may be a few differences between the two. As of yet, I haven't seen a lot of difference, but it is possible that there may be a few minor differences between the two. For our purposes right now, I'm going to go back to the Team application itself so that you can see it from here. First thing I'll say is I hate the layout on this, so I changed it right away up here under Settings. There's a lot of different options that you have here, but I'm just going to switch the view. I preferred it under List, and I'll show you what that looks like. Also, you probably want to keep these 3 checked. If they're not automatically checked, I think 2 of them might be. But go ahead and get those checked as well. There are some other settings you can look through here if you like. Notifications may be one we need to take a look at it later. In any case, this is how it shows up now, which I greatly prefer. That way I can very easily go back and forth between the different teams that I'm a part of. But that's up to you if you want to do that. Again, it's this little icon here, although when we have the different view, it'll actually be up here when you're first starting. So click on the More Options, go to Switch View, List, and then you can just close it. So this is Team in general. You're going to notice that these are referred to as the channels. And then up at the top, we have our different resources available. A lot of you have already seen the posts. You can already see, looks like Michelle's getting us engaged in a game and nobody has responded to her yet, so maybe we need to do that soon. You'll also see that there are a couple of other things up here. We can share files this way, which I just did a very quick sample. This is not necessarily something we would be using, but we can open that up. And for example, if there's information we need to share about students or anything else with the entire group, we can do so through here. All right, let me come back into this. And I'm not sure what the quiz picture is. I'm guessing that's part of her post. Staff Notebook, I will tell you I have not had a chance to look at this one. I don't actually know how useful this will be, but that's something we may explore in the future. In this particular case, we can also add tabs if necessary. This was an experiment as well. I actually linked it directly to the staff resources site of the Bennett website. This acts effectively like a browser, so you can use it this way if you like, but you can certainly go back and use it through the main page too. So with the chat, you can see these right here. If you do want to reply, please make sure you're not starting a new conversation. Make sure that you are actually using the reply feature underneath what it is you are trying to answer. I do want to point out that posts are designed to be asynchronous, meaning that you can post at any particular time. It's not necessarily a live conversation. A live conversation with somebody would fall more under either chat or calls if you want to do a video call. So these are 2 that are going to be more useful as far as that goes. In fact, let's take a look at that right now. Under chat, you can see right here, I actually, Mark and I have been talking a little bit, but if we scroll up a little further, you can see there's all sorts of people that been chatting with for different reasons. Calls, right down here, is where you can actually make a video call or an audio call to somebody. We'll go over that in a little more detail another time as well. So coming back here to Teams, You'll also notice that there are different channels underneath the main team. This is something that I will be talking to Amy about if she wants to use this. But right now, for example, if you get on here, you would be able to see General and Seesaw. But the only people who can see the test-only specials are the people that I have added to it so far, which in this case is, whoops, wrong place there. In any case, it's actually only Amy, Angie, and myself. This is going to be a test that we can use. But the useful part about this is that if you make posts on a private channel like this, it will only go to the team who it needs to be. It needs to go to. You can also add files and other things up here under tabs if you want to. This could be useful again for grade level teams or whatever else. We may be looking at that. The only other thing that I wanted to point out on this is the fact that we are having the meeting coming up. Right now, if I go back to posts, and I had to scroll up a little bit on this one, I can find the staff meeting trial right here. This is a okay way to accept this. However, it is going to be a little tricky because you may notice that if you go to, for example, your Outlook calendar, it does not show up on your Outlook calendar currently. So if you want it to show up on your Outlook calendar, you can click on it and come right up here to add to calendar. And there it is. This now should show up both here on this calendar. There it is right there. And it should also show up now down here on my Outlook calendar as well. So there's a couple of ways to get in. If I were to click on this at this point, double click, you can see it brings up the information about the meeting, and we would click right down here in order to join. Obviously, we're 24 hours ahead of time, so we don't want to do that right now, but that is one way that you can make sure that you add that to your calendar. And that does, by the way, automatically accept. For those of you that would like to make meetings, I clicked on the wrong thing there again. You can certainly do it through here. You can go into calendar here and you can schedule a new meeting. You can either do a meet now or schedule a new one through this. But I've been watching some of the district folks do this, and I've noticed that there have been some issues with it. My suggestion would be to do it through Outlook instead. There's actually a whole new button right up here called New Teams Meeting. And you can click on that, type in test meeting, put in who you would like to join, and here I can add the whole staff. Under Teams, I cannot do that. So this is one reason to be able to do it a little faster. I won't actually do that to all of you, but I will do it to my wife. So you add who you want for the meeting. Of course, you can set up the times just as you would for anything else. And yep, it's going to be a midnight meeting apparently. And then when you send this invitation will go directly to those people's email. They can put it onto their calendar, and then they can join right from here. So that is another way to set up meetings. All right. Well, those are some of the basics. I hope that at least gets us through the beginning of this. We will be talking, obviously, a little bit more during the meeting. As we learn more about it, we'll continue on.